Hello everyone. This is day 2, problem 2 of our Leetcode activity, contains duplicate. Given an integer array, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array and return false if every element is distinct. So it's fairly straightforward question. We have to return true if any element appears twice. It is given at least twice, which means it can have frequency more than 2. But what we really care is any element has frequency equal to 2, we return true. And if all the elements are distinct, we return false. So here you can see through examples 1, 1. Repeat twice, true. All distinct, false. Here 1, 1, 1 is 3 times. So it is at least twice, so it's true. It is not said exactly twice. If it was exactly twice, this should have been true, this should have been false, and also this should have been false because it's not exactly 2, but this should have been true because element any element exactly twice, then here 3 is exactly twice, but that's not the case here. We have to just return true if we see any number which frequency is greater than 2. So the approach for this, the simple approach for this which I could think of was this: sort the array, n equals size of array for I 0 to n my I less than n minus 1. If nums I is equal to nums I plus 1, return true, and if this condition fails for all the elements, return false. So what does this do? Sort the array. What will this do exactly? What this does is clubs all the like terms. What I mean by that is, if there is an array B, C, D, E, E, F, then again A, then again B, then G, H, etc. Now, when we sort the array, A, A will be clubbed, B, B, and so on. So the like terms will come next to each other. So this will allow us to run a single for loop, and we have to just check the adjacent elements. If any adjacent element is equal to each other, return true, cause we have sorted it. So all the like terms will be adjacent to each other. And if no adjacent term to each other is equal, what does that mean? All the elements are distinct. So we return false. So this is a simple solution. If you don't want to use sort function here, we have to create a map, and every time whenever we add a element to the map, no the we add frequency, we increment the frequency of an key which is our element in the array. If it's already exist, we just return true. Basically that is also checking the simple fact that does any element appear twice in the array. Here here it is here is the cpp implementation of this code. First of all, we sort the array, then n equals num size. We take in the array size. We run a for loop which goes from I equals 0 to n less than n minus 1. I less than n minus 1. Why n minus 1 and not n? Cause when we run I, when we run I less than n, the I values go from 0 um, 0 to n minus 1, which is the last index. But we are using I plus 1 term here. So we use I less than n minus 1, cause when I will be n minus 2, here will be n minus 2 and here it will be n minus 1. So this will be the last element. But when if we do it just I less than n, here it will be n minus 1 and here it will be n, and nums n is out of bound for our array, as our array is 0 index, so n minus 1 is the last. So we have to run the loop till n minus 1, and if any adjacent element, that is nums I equal to nums I plus 1, we return true, and if no adjacent element is equal, basically it means all the elements are distinct, we return false. So this was a simple solution. Thank you.